Hello, friends. Welcome back to Rose Tarot and Astrology. I am your host, Mel Rose, and this is your two-card reading for Monday, November 20, 2023. The Sun and Mars are in Scorpio. They're both getting ready to move on into Sagittarius this week, where they will join Mercury. So the band's getting back together. And we have a waxing half moon in Aquarius today. That's about, waxing half moons are about building momentum. It's about acting on the plans that you have laid and looking ahead to the full moon when you will be able to celebrate some achievements that you've made. And with Aquarius, this is all with a mindset toward not just helping ourselves, not just creating structure and stability for ourselves, but doing it with the collective in mind, with the idea of collective uplift, being the rising tide that lifts all boats in our minds. Okay, and if you want to know more about astrology, there's an Astrology Today video right next to this one on my channel. So like this video, subscribe to the channel, click for notifications, and then you will know every time I post more daily astrology and tarot content. And as always, my friends, thank you so much for being here. Let's take a look at these cards. Four of Cups. Four of Cups, I love this card because the sweatshirt says so much. It says, over it, right? As does the look on this person's face and their posture with their arms and legs crossed. They are not receptive to anything at this moment, especially Cups when it comes to emotions or even intuitions. They're not accepting any new feelings at this time. They're over having feelings at the moment. And that's normal place for most people to get to at one point or another in their lives, maybe several points, along the way. You see these cups, they do represent emotional investment, and these look like investments this person made that they weren't happy with, right? Like those emotions, those feelings they had, they were either too much of something or too little of something, or really just not just right? This wasn't what we thought we were getting when we made that emotional investment. And so there's a sort of lack of satisfaction there and a hesitation to open yourself up to new experiences. And, especially in love, but, in all kinds of relationship and connection type of situations, it's normal to come to that place and to stop and reflect on those experiences you've had that were less than satisfactory before you think about taking on new experiences that might be more satisfactory, because you kind of have to just sort of process through this and then come to the understanding that, like, okay, well, that's not all there is, and I do still have more. I do still want to try. I do still have more love to give. I do still have more feeling and joy and enthusiasm to put into something. So when you are done reflecting on these things and what you would not like to do again, you can open yourself up again to more emotional connection and input. And we got the Ten of Swords. Everything is fine. These people are kind of feeling the same way. You see that they're not smiling. They're really kind of distracted in a similar way. This one's just sort of probably scrolling through Insta, like trying to find something to make them smile or inspire them or something. But this person has been through some experiences too, and this is sort of a much darker and low feeling experience, to be sort of laying on the ground under what looks like a stormy sky with swords sticking out of you. It almost appears as though this person's bleeding out. I don't think that she's actually dead. I think this is, metaphorical. But swords are more about words. It's more about the thoughts we have about ourselves, or the thoughts and words we use when thinking about other people. And, sometimes people use their words against us, or maybe sometimes we use our own thoughts and words against ourselves, and we leave ourselves feeling, pretty dead from it, And, it's really just an invitation to understand in both cases what is not working for you. What is not working for you in terms of the language you use, the words you speak, the people that you collaborate with, because sometimes these are other people's plans and words, and sometimes they're your own, okay? So if it was other people who stabbed you in the back like this, hey, we're at the end of that cycle, and we now know who our friends are not, and we can eventually find enough encouragement, hopefully, to stand up and pull those swords out of our backs and not look back, to keep moving on. And that's the same message with the Four of Cups, only on an emotional level. This feels just really unsatisfactory and sort of dejected. Like I've had some feeling experiences. I've invested myself in some friendships or maybe some romantic situations, and man, has that been an unsatisfactory experience. So again, this is a point where we rest. This is a point where we rest and we say, okay, stop, get ourselves together, regroup, find an inspiring way to move on, find a reason to get up and reinvest our time, or, think about doing something new. So overall, I'm seeing a day of pause, a point where we, really just reflect on what it is that we've been through, and prepare ourselves to move forward, do the personal work to get in the mindset of moving forward, so that when those new opportunities and those new ideas and inspirations and new collaborators and people show up in our lives who, do have some sense of promise, do have something positive to contribute, we're ready for them. Okay. I think that's all I have to say about it, friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate your presence here, and I will catch you all in the next video.